This is the Roulette Master, and I have an incredible roulette strategy using $5 units with only a $200 total bankroll. This was sent in by one of my subscribers, Seahawks fan. He says that he has been winning consistently with this in the casino. And I'm going to put this up in a head-to-head matchup with the Holy Grail today, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. And we're going to do the new system first today, followed by the Holy Grail. See which one makes the most money in 15 minutes. I'm excited to see this one because there aren't too many systems that have a small bankroll like $200. And let's go ahead and let's place the bets. Then I'll set the timer for 15 minutes each, and let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be betting on the last two 12s that hit, which would be third 12 and second 12. And then if we look at the columns, the 25 and the 30 are in. Let's see which columns they're in. That's the first and the third. So we have a $20 total bet. I'm going to set the timer, and let's go ahead and get started with Seahawks fan roulette system with only a $200 bankroll. That's incredible. That's a 9 red, and that's a $5 loss. So with this one, he says the 12s and the columns don't always stay the same. So let's look and see what hit. So this is where the bets were. Obviously, we missed on the 12s. And then we hit on the columns. So on the columns, they're going to stay at 5. But then on the 12s, we're going to increase by 1 unit. So now we have 10 on those and 5 on the columns. You can see we're minus 5 right now. But let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. Let's see what we get here. That's a 10 black. Okay, and let's see what won on that one. So let's look at our previous bets. And obviously we lost the 12s there. And with that 10 black, we did hit the column. So the column will stay the same. And we're going to increase the 12s by $5. So let's spin again. Here we go. It's going to go up 1 unit at a time on just the ones that lose. And that's a 15 black. And that's a $20 win. So let's go ahead and check that. Now we're back to even. And let's see what won. The 12s won there with the 15. And you can see that the 15 is also in the third column. So both of them won. So they all go back to 5. So let's go ahead and do that. And when that happens, you go ahead and look at the numbers that hit previously and replace the bets. So now we're going to have $5 on the last two 12s that hit, which is second 12 and first 12. And then on the columns, we have the 15 and the 10. So we're going to have bets on the third column and the first column. So 5 on all of those, $20 total. And let's spin. Here we go. And that's a 26 black. And that's a loss. And we know we lost both of them there. So we're going to increase all of them by 1 unit. Now we have a $40 total bet, and let's spin. Here we go. That's a 5 red. Okay, and let's look at the bets here. You can see that we won on the first 12, and then on the columns, we did not win. So the columns are going to go up by a unit. And then the first and second 12 will stay the same because it won. So here we go. That's a 14 red. Okay, and let's check and see what hit there. We lost $20, and we hit on the first and second 12, and we did not hit on the columns. So we're going to raise the columns by 1, and then we're going to go ahead and spin. Once we hit both of them at the same time, that's when we reset. So here we go. That's a 33 black. Okay, and that's a break even, and let's go ahead and see what happened there. The 33, that hit in the column, and then we lost the 12. So when that happens, we just respin. But again, both have to win in order for you to reset back to $5. And that's a 23 red, and that's a $30 loss. Let's see what happened there. That was a 23 red. We lost on the column, and we hit on the 12, so we increased the columns by 5. Let's check our balance. Currently, we're minus 80, but that's just because we have not hit both of them at the same time in a while. and there's a double zero. So this is something else that's different with this system. And Seahawks fan says that when you hit the zero, you do not increase the bets on zeros. So we leave the bets the same, and we spin again. Here we go. That's just his rule. You don't increase the bets when you lose on zero. And that's a 30 red. Okay, that's a $5 win, and you can see that we hit the column but not the 12. So we'll increase the 12s by 5, and let's go ahead and spin. We need to get some wins here. That's a 15 black. That's a $40 win, and if you see there, we hit the 15 black, and we hit both on that one, so we reset. And then we're going to put the bets back on the last two 12s that hit, which would be second. I'm sorry, and then third. And then we're also looking at the columns, which would have been 15 and 30. And let's go ahead and do that. And we have to go all the way back to the 23, which is in the second column. And let's see where we're at now. We're minus 105. We've had some pretty bad luck so far. Let's see if we can turn it around. We still haven't gone through our $200 bankroll, but we have had a rough start. And let's see what we get here. That's a loss on both, so we increase. All right, now we have a $40 total bet. We're 6 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 2 black. And that's a $10 loss. Let's see what happened there. So that was the 2. And we lost on the 12, and we hit on the column. So that means we increased the 12s by 5. And we're minus 135 right now, though. Not a lot left in that $200 bankroll. So let's get some wins here. And that's a 34 red. And we hit on the 12s, but not on the column. So we are going to increase just columns. And we're minus 140. Let's see if we can get a win here and start turning some profit. We're almost 7 minutes in out of 15. That's a 24 black. That's a $30 win. So I think we got them both there. Let's check. 24 definitely was a column hit, and was definitely a 12 hit. So we're going to restart. We're at minus 110 though. We'll be on second and third. And then 24 and 30 would be third column and second column. So here we go. Let's go ahead and spin. All right, here we go. That's a 23 red. That's a $10 win. We hit the column and the 12 on that one. So that's a good one. We're going to reset. Okay, so now we're looking at the 23-24, and we'll have 5 there, and then the 24 is in the third column, and then that's second 12 and third 12 most recently hit. We're minus 100. We still haven't lost our bankroll, but we need to get some more wins. We're almost 8 minutes in now, and that's a 23 red, and that's a $10 win. I think we hit both again, and you can see there that we did, so we go ahead and we put the bets out again. We're looking at 23 and 24, which would be second column and third column. And then that would be second 12 and third 12. We're minus 90. Let's go ahead and spin. We're only increasing on the ones that we lose, and we need to win both before we reset. Okay, so on that one, we if you look at the previous bets there, we hit the 12 but not the column, so the columns will increase. And we're still down a little bit. We're down 95. We're 8 minutes 33 seconds in. So we've started out kind of rough. Let's see what we can do here. That's a 26 black. That's a $15 win. So you can see we hit the column and the 12 there. We'll reset. Okay, we're minus 80, and we'll be on third 12, second 12, and then the 26-28 are also on second column and first column. So we have a $20 total bet again, and let's spin. Here we go. That's a 21 red. And let's see what we hit there. So we hit the 12 but not the column, so we increase the columns. And here we go. And one thing you'll notice with the Holy Grail, it's a little bit more aggressive. It doesn't go back down until you're in session profit. This one goes back down when you win both. So we're at minus 70. And on that one, you can see we hit the column and the 12. So we reset. And we'll have 35 and 21. And then on the 12s, we'll have second and third. And we're minus 70. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. So we're not waiting until we're completely in session profit before we go back down. It would be a big difference between this and the Holy Grail. And we're 10 minutes in out of 15. Let's see what we hit there. That is a win on the 12s and a win on the columns. So we reset 27 and 35. So there's that. And 35 would be second 12. Then that'd be third 12 and second 12. We're minus 60. Let's go ahead and spin. It is incredible we haven't lost our $200 bankroll, though, in this time. And I think that's because we don't keep going and trying to get it all at once. And we're minus 50 now. Let's rebet and let's see where we were at. With that 26 black, it looks like we hit the column and the 12. So we reset. And then it'd be third 12, second 12. And then the 26, 27 would be third column and second column. $20 total bet. We're 11 minutes in out of 15. Okay, that's a 19 red. Okay, and that's a $5 loss. You can see we hit on the second 12, but not on the columns, so we'll increase the columns. Now we have a $30 total bet. And I see how he keeps it under 200 because it's not very aggressive, and it keeps you playing longer. So let's see. Now we have that's a 21. We won on the second 12, and we won on the column. So we reset, and we're minus 40. We'll be on second and third, and let's see what that would mean for the columns 21 and 19. And here we go. And the 19 is in the first column. So we have a $20 total bet. Now about 3 minutes left. And here we go. But if you're looking for a system that you can play for a while without losing your bankroll, this is definitely one of them. And that's a $10 win. We're minus 30. You can see on that one we hit on both. So we reset. And then we're looking at first column. And the 21 is in the third column. And then we're looking at third 12, second 12. And spin. Here we go. We're 12 and a half minutes in out of 15. That's a 10 black. And that's a $5 loss. So you know we only hit one of them, and we hit the column, not the 12, so we'll increase. And spin. And here we go. That's a 34 red. That's a $15 win. We're at minus 20 now. You can see we hit the 34 in the column and the 12, so we reset. And the 34 and the 10 are in the same column, so we have to go to the next number, which would be also the same one. So we go from the 28 to the 21. Now we're in first and third column, and third and first 12. Okay, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 36 red. And that's a $10 win. So you can see we hit third column and third 12. So we reset. And now we're at minus 10. We'll be on third and first. And then the 36, 34 would be first and third column. We're 13 minutes, 47 seconds in. And that's a 15 black. And that's a, we definitely hit one and not the other. So let's see what happened. We lost the 12. So we'll increase those, and we hit the column. So here we go again. We have about a minute left, and let's see what we get here. That's a 35 black. That's a break even, so we just rebet and spin. And let's see if we can get ahead here. That's 11 black. It's another break even. Let's just rebet and spin. We have 30 seconds left, and let's see if we can finish in the positive. That's a 19 red. That's a $15 loss. You can see we lost on the second 12, so let's go ahead and increase the 12s. We hit on the columns, and let's see what we get. And that's a double zero, so that's not a good way to finish here. But we're out of time. So we were dead even there until the very end when we lost that last one at minus 70. But if you're looking for a system that you can play a long time with a small bankroll, this is probably the one for you. But it's not as aggressive as the Holy Grail, which is coming up next. And I can't wait to share that with you if you haven't seen it before. If you have, it's always a good refresher because it's a great system. And but thank you, Seahawks fan, for sending this one in. We don't get too many systems with low bankroll, like $200. So it definitely didn't lose its bankroll, and we almost got ahead there at the end. So if you kept playing, you probably would get back ahead and cash out with some. But it's not going to make you tons of money like something like the Holy Grail. So now let's jump into the Holy Grail and go ahead and get started. And let's see if it can make some money. Here we go. All right, it's time for the Holy Grail roulette system. Let's see if it can make more money than Seahawks fan roulette system. And let's go ahead and start with $5 bets on first and second 12. We're going to go ahead and spin. I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to share with you everything you need to know about this one. And that is a 5 red, and that's a win. So we start out $5 up. Let's just rebet and spin with this one, and I'll share with you everything you need to know. And that's a 24 black. That's another $5 win. So good start. We're up $10, and let's spin again. All right, here we go. That's a 5 red. That's another $5 win, so rebet and spin. And once we get losses here, I'll show you how to deal with those and what our goals are going to be for profit on this. And that's a $5 win there. This would be, we're up 20 now. And let's rebet and spin. On this one, this is going to be a higher bankroll system. Normally, you would need at least 1,000 or preferably 1,500 for this one. And there's a $5 win. We're up 25. And let's spin again. And most of the time you wouldn't need that, but that's what's recommended to get through bad streaks if really bad things happen. And if that's too much for you, just use dollar units. And we're already up $30, so let's spin again. And let's see what we get here. And that's a loss, so I'll show you what to do next. Okay, so we're going to go up a unit. I'm sorry, up a unit from 5 to 10. And we're at $20 profit right now. Our goal is going to get to $75 before we reset. So we're not going to go backwards in the progression until we reach that. And that's a win there. So we keep the bet the same. We're currently up 30. And let's check that last one out there. And yeah, it's time to just bet that again with the same amount. So if you win, you keep it the same till you reach your profit goal. If you lose, you increase by a unit. And there's a $10 win. We're not in session profit yet, so let's go ahead. I'm sorry, not session profit. We're not at 75 yet. So let's go ahead and just rebet and spin. Once we reach 75, we can go back to the original $5 bet, and that's a 15 black. That's a $10 win. We're not quite to 75 yet. We're just going to rebet and spin. Here we go. And that's a 35 black. That's a loss. So we will increase from 10 to 15. Let me back one of those up. There we go. Now we have 15 on each. And let's spin. We're looks like we're 3 minutes in out of 15. That's a 17 black. That's a $15 win. We're up 45, so we'll just keep the bet the same like we do when we win and we haven't reached our profit goal. And that's a 1 red. That's a win. So we're up 60. We're getting close to it. Now we'll rebet again right there with the same amount. And that's a 10 black. Okay, and that's a $15 win. I think that did it. We're up 75 now. So when we reach 75, we go back to the original bet of $5 on each. Now our next profit goal will be 150, and here we go. That's an 8 black. That's a win. So let's rebet and spin. Then we'll check our balance again. We're about 4 minutes in out of 15. And that's a 3 red. That's another win. Fantastic. We're up 85. Rebet and spin. And here we go. That's a 21 red. It's another win. So currently we're up $90. Again, our next profit goal is going to be 150. Our first one was 75. And that's a 5 red. That's another win. We're up 95. And let's spin again. And here we go. Just got back in home from the PGA Professional Championship. I did not make it into next year's PGA Championship, so I need to work on my game a little bit more. Let's go ahead and rebet and spin. But it was a beautiful golf course, and the River Spirit Casino Resort was incredible. I mean, I'm already wanting to plan a trip back. It was so awesome. So let's go ahead and spin. Basically, the pool area there, if you haven't been to the River Spirit in Tulsa, it looks like you're in Cabo San Lucas, and palm trees everywhere, little shops everywhere, beautiful pool on the river. And we lost that one, so we're going to increase. So I definitely recommend going there if you haven't been to the River Spirit in Tulsa yet. And I was blown away by it. And that's a 28 black. We lost, so we will increase again. Now we have 15 on each. Again, our next profit goal is 150. And here we go. It's 11 black. And that's a win. So we'll just keep the bet the same till we reach that 150 profit level. And here we go again. Okay, that's a 25 red. And that's a loss, so we'll increase. Now we have 20 each, $40 total. And we are almost 6 minutes in out of 15 minutes. That's a 9 red. And that's a win. So we're up 80. Let's rebet and spin. And see what we get here. That's a 20 black. That's a $20 win. We're up 100 now. So let's rebet. Again, our next profit goal is 150. Our first one was 75, and that's a 0. That's a loss, so we'll increase again. Okay, so here we go. 25 on each. And $50 total bet, and let's spin. Let's see what we get here. That's a 26 black. That's a loss, so we will increase again. $30 on each, 60 total. Here we go. That's a 30 red. All right, so let's increase again to 35 each. I'm getting excited about NFL season starting. I hope you guys are as well. I'm also thinking about our next bracket challenge, so let me know down in the comments what you guys think about the next bracket challenge and what we should do. And if you weren't here for the first one, basically we did an NCAA bracket style event where we squared everybody off and had a winner at the end, and it was a lot of fun. So we won there. Let's rebet and spin. And love to get your guys' ideas on what you'd like to do the same or do different about the next one. And that's a $35 win. We're up 55. And let's spin again here. That 0 got us knocked down a little bit, but we're building our way back up. That's a 10 black. Okay, so now we're up 90. Again, our next profit goal is going to be 150. We are currently 8 minutes in out of 15, and that's a 34 red. That's a loss. So we're going to increase by a unit. Now we have an $80 total bet, and we're spinning away. Here we go. And that's a 7 red. That's a win, so we're up 60. Let's rebet and spin again. Again, we're keeping the bet the same if we win. If we lose, we're increasing. That's a 31 black. That's a loss. Okay, so we will increase. 45 each now, 90 total. And let's spin here and see what we get. That's a 16 red. That's a win, so we're up 25 now. It dropped us back a little. We're going to stay at that 45 each bet because we won. And that's another loss. That's a 30 red. So we will increase again. 50 each, 100 total. We are 9 minutes in out of 15. And that's another loss. We're going on a losing streak here. So let's increase again. 55 each, 110 total. And let's see if we can end with some wins here. And there's a win there. That's a 2 black. So we'll keep it the same. Let's rebet and spin. Now we need to get some wins, consecutive wins here. Here we go. That's another win. That's a 4 black. Okay, and we're at minus 55. We drop back with all those consecutive losses. But with patience and bankroll, we can come back. And that's a 5 red. Okay, we're back to all square. Let's see if we can get ourselves ahead now. And we're almost 10 minutes in out of 15. That's a win. That's 11 black. Again, our next profit goal is 150. We're spinning again at 110 total, 55 each. And there's a loss there, though. That's a 30 red, so we increase again. And let's do that. We're at 60 each now, 120 total. We have 5 minutes left. That's a win with a 3 red. So that gets us back up. Now let's try to get some wins here. Again, we're trying to get to 150 profit. That's a win. That's a 24 black. So that gets us up 65. Let's spin again at the same level. See what we get here. And that's a win. That's a 22 black. You just got to have patience and bankroll with a system like this. We're up 125 now. Again, our goal is 150 before we reset. And that's a win. That's a 4 black. Okay, so, oh, that just jumped us up to 185. So we hit it. So our next profit goal after 150 is going to be, that'd be 225. So that's our next goal. Let's go back to 5 each and spin. And again, 225 will be our next profit goal. We're 11 minutes, 15 seconds in. That's a loss. So we will increase by a unit. Now we have 10 each. And let's spin and see what we get here. And that was a 3 red. That's a $10 win, so we'll keep the bet the same. We're up 185, and we have $10 on each. And let's see what we get here. That's an 8 black. That's definitely a win. So we'll keep the bet the same. We're up 195. Again, our next profit goal is 225, and we're cruising right along now. Or we were until we just lost that one. You know how I lip myself sometimes. And let's increase again to 15 each, 30 total. Just if you ever get a little bit of cockiness playing, this starts to happen. As you probably have seen in the casino yourself. So let's increase again and spin. And hopefully we can get off this losing skid. But there's another loss. That's 3 losses in a row. So that's really set us back. We're back to $105 up. We need to increase and spin. We're 12.5 minutes in. Let's see if we can turn this around. There's a win. That's a 1 red. Okay, so again, 225 is our profit goal. We're still up though, good. So that's a positive. And just as I say a positive thing, there's another negative one. So let's increase again. And that dropped us back to $80 profit. So we need to get some wins here. We have 2 minutes left. And there's another loss though. Man, we're getting a lot of losses now. That can happen. You just have to have patience and bankroll. And we'll increase again to 35 each. And let's see if this last 2 minutes we can get some back-to-back wins. There's one right there with the 7 red. Okay, it's a $35 win. We're up 55. And let's spin again. Come on, let's get some back-to-back wins. That's a win. That's an 8 black. Okay, that gets us back up 90. Let's spin again. Here we go. Gonna have patience and bankroll. But then we lost. So let's increase again. 40 each, 80 total now. And we have about 1 minute and 10 seconds left on this one. That's a win. That's a 20 black. And we're up 60. Let's keep the bet the same. And here we go. That's another win. That's a 6 black. Fantastic. We're up 100. All right, let's spin again at 80. 14 minutes, 15 seconds in. That's another win. That's a 2 black. So we're doing good now. And we're up 140 again. Well, every time I say we're doing good, though, we hit a third 12. So let's see if that happens again. And it did happen again. I could have called that one. So we're going to increase again. 45 each, 90 total. 14 minutes, 40 seconds actually now. And there's another loss. That's a 34 red. So we will increase again. And that took a big chunk of our profit away as we're coming down the closing stretch here. And that's a win there on 21. Okay, so we ended up only we were up a lot, but we just ended up after the 15-minute timer went off with $20 of profit. But with patience and bankroll, we could have built that back up pretty easily. So the winner of today's challenge is definitely the Holy Grail. However, the system that was sent in by Seahawks fan is definitely the one that you want to use if you don't have a large bankroll and you want to play for a long period of time without a lot of risk. So keep that in mind, and hope you're enjoying the channel and the content. If you are, please like and subscribe, and please join this great community of people. They're fantastic. You guys are fantastic, and I think it's really cool how everybody's sending systems in all the time. That's how we're going to find the best roulette systems possible, and I think it's a lot of fun as well. And to go to the casino and win some money too is really good. So so keep it up. Remember to send those systems to roulettemaster.c@gmail.com, and let me know also too who you'd like your system to go up against in a head-to-head matchup. And again, please like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And this is the Roulette Master. And have a great day, everybody.